thought the casting was remarkable, almost unbelievable. When I first saw some of Donna's work, it was actually of Teresa Edwards' foot, and the detail was just crazy good in that Teresa had taken off a sock and then cast her foot, and it had the weave of the stocking in the casting. So it's unbelievable the amount of detail and how meticulous Donna is in doing this work.
What made you want to have the life casts of some of our greatest players?
Well, the first thing that drew me to it is you're always looking for an opportunity to showcase people who have contributed in unbelievable ways or extraordinary ways, and we certainly have a number of players who have done that. But the thing that drew me to it and put me over the top with the idea was I realized no one else had it, and that we could be the first and the only program in the country to showcase some of our great players in this way.
What was the criteria that you used to select the players that were life cast?
Well, obviously this is a piece that was very important. How do we determine who would be life cast and who wouldn't? And we decided upon Olympians and National Players of the Year. And the University of Georgia has been fortunate to have 4 of those. So 3 are done, and that 4th one has been elusive, but we intend to get Saudi Roundtree cast as soon as possible.
You answered that, but how likely are you to have commissions life casts of additional players? I mean, is it something that you're hopeful of?
Oh, we absolutely want more. The compliments that they get, the oohs, the ahs, the wows that they get as people come into our foyer, which is where they're on display, have been remarkable. Exactly what we wanted to get from this process. So we're just hopeful that we have more great players who are deserving of the same.
How satisfied are you with the life casts you commissioned, and how closely did they meet your expectations of what you?
Donna exceeded our expectations. Again, this was a first for us. In my view, it was a first for women's basketball to have a woman cast in a lifelike way. And what you walk in, you know exactly who they are. I mean, exactly who they are. They're as good as a photograph. The likeness is unbelievable. So the quality is terrific. The finish, remarkable. So everything about it has been very, very satisfying.
Do the life casts that you have, do they attract the attention of recruits when they walk into the building? What do the recruits say when they see them?
It's when recruits walk in, that's the first thing they do is walk over. They often call them the statues, walk over to the statues and see who they are, and then they ask questions about why we cast those particular individuals. And of course, from a recruiting standpoint, that's great dialogue to have, because it gives us the opportunity to brag about what all these individuals have accomplished, and also to challenge those recruits in a way as if they come to Georgia, they too could be one of those statues someday.
If you were talking to a coach who's considering a similar life casting project, what would you say to them?
Well, on one hand, I'd say don't do it, because we want to be the only ones to have them. On the other hand, if you are considering anything like this, you need to get in touch with Donna, because she's the best. The quality is terrific, and I think they'll be very, very satisfied with the outcome.
How would you evaluate your experience working with Souldance LIfecasting Studio and Donna Kaye?
Donna is just terrific to work with, very, very accommodating. She's driven over to Athens when we needed for her to do that, especially in the beginning when we were trying to put all this together. She understood what it was that we wanted to capture, knew how to go about capturing it, and then did it. I actually went with Kelly Miller when they cast Kelly, so I've seen the process firsthand. It's amazing what she can do with the plaster to create the mold, for these casts, and then the finished product is just remarkable. But through every step of the way, very, very good. It isn't a process that you can hurry up. She's an artist. She needs time to do her very best, as all artists need. And at the end, or in the end, you're going to get exactly what you want.
Two more questions. You attending a casting session with one of your athletes, what did you especially notice about the process? What do you think the way Donna handled the session and interacted with Kelly?
Well, I think first of all, in the casting that process that I attended with Kelly Miller, it was extremely interesting to me. But I also thought that the players, every single one of them, enjoyed it. I witnessed it with Kelly Miller. She was amazed at what it was that she was about to go through, what she was about to experience. And then Donna treated her like a baby. You know, I mean, it just coddled her, reassured her that everything was the way it's supposed to be, and went about the business of doing something that isn't easy to do. And it turned out terrific.
Yeah, especially this is not what she has with Kelly. What blows me away is the ponytail. I mean,
yeah.
It really is. I mean, that to me.
Let me throw that in there.
Okay.
You know, the detail is unbelievable. You know, if you have a wart or a mole, she could probably cut it off. But with Kelly Miller, the piece that's just crazy good is the ponytail. You know, right down to the band on the ponytail, the exact shape, size of Kelly Miller's ponytail. It's there.
And last question is, what are your thoughts on the significance of capturing prominent athletes in their prime while they're here with this process?
Well, I think that's very important. I think it's extremely important because, as everyone knows, as you age, you tend to change a little bit, and if you can get someone cast as close to their playing careers, as close to the accomplishments that you want to reflect with this process, the more lifelike it's going to be.